Chris, standing behind me right now, the FAMU football team. Talk to us about why making this documentary about FAMU's football team was so important to you.
Man, it's important. It's good to see them boys, man. It's dope to see their story. Coach Willie Simmons, the things that they doing. Them boys going out there competing day in and day out. I just love to be a part of it and to tell their story.
And Chris, let me tell you something, brother. On behalf of myself, the FAMU football team, and everybody down here, we love you because you are using your platform to elevate what we're doing down here at FAMU and at HBCUs across the nation. Stephen A., you know this. It's never been about can HBCUs compete. It's never been about do we have the skill, do we have the acumen. It's about do we have the opportunity. Do we have the resources? And what CP is doing, new show appearing, streaming right now on ESPN Plus, highlighting that FAMU football team that's about to bring it to Grambling this weekend. You already know. We're about to put it on Grambling this weekend. CP, your new series is highlighting them, my brother. I appreciate you because this is what it's all about, my friend.
Hey, Will, that's all good and well, but this ain't about me. It's about you, man. I just want to tell you congratulations on what you doing down there at FAMU. They proud to have you. Stephen A., Molly, great to see y'all. And the little dude right there next to you too, Will.
Well, listen, I just want to say this. It is about Will Packer today, but it's also about guys like CP3 and Will Packer and the level of commitment that you guys have made to elevating the profile of HBCUs. Whatever we're trying to do, it's going to take all of us. And the fact that you got somebody like CP3, a perennial all-star, a future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest point guards to have ever played in the NBA, who didn't attend HBCU, but still feels it's so important to highlight HBCUs and its contribution to just our American society as a whole. I just can't say enough and can't express enough gratitude to him and Will Packer.
You got to give him flowers.
Yes.
You got to give CP his flowers. I mean, when it comes to HBCUs and really putting that on your back and creating a conversation, I don't think there's nobody in the NBA that does it more. I mean, from his apparel to his voice to just understanding the importance of moving the culture forward, CP has always done that. So it's one thing that I definitely have embraced because of him. It's something that I've moved towards because of him and what he does. So, with that in itself, outside of the documentary, it doesn't shock me that you're looking to do more and become more for this particular move.
And Kevin, let me just piggyback on that. It's not like he's retired. Still one of the best in the game.
Still one of the best
competing at the highest level and one of the best teams in the West. So, CP3, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for making some time for us this morning.
CP, we love you, sir.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all. I just wish I was there.
I know.
You could have came.
I know. I never experienced this homecoming.
I got a game tomorrow. I got to work around here tomorrow.
Yeah, but I know, but me and you talked about it. Remember I told you my plane was leaving. You could pop on with me, and I would have had you back. You said, well, wait a minute, Kev. Remember you hung up.
Shut up.
Remember that? Remember
He lying, y'all. He lying.
Okay.
You want to know what's important to somebody? You look where they spend their time and their money.
Chris, thank you.
That's what it is. You look where they spend their time and their money, put their money where their mouth is.
Absolutely.
That's what is important to people. That's what you want. Don't watch what people say. Watch what they do.
Yeah.
And that is what CP has done, and you, my brother, Stephen A. Using your
Stephen
platform.
A. Stephen A. and HBCU ambassador. All right, still plenty more to come from FAMU on homecoming weekend.
Go Sixers!
Weekend. What a crowd that we have. Such an honor to be here. Of course, Will Packer is here with us. Stephen A. Smith, obviously. The Will Packer Amphitheater unveiled today. Congrats again, huge FAMU alum. So thank you so much for being with us.
Yes.
But gentlemen, there's something else I want to discuss today. We also have Kevin Hart here, and I'll explain. So last night, the 76ers beat the Pistons and are now over 500 at 3-2. Obviously, the Sixers have had a tumultuous offseason and await Ben Simmons to return to the court when he's mentally ready. Kevin, we know you rep all things Philly, but your Eagles, your Sixers, they just can't get it right. So could you give a state of address to the city of Philly, please?
Molly, I knew this was coming. First and foremost, listen, are our Eagles in the best shape? No, not right now. I don't like to bring turmoil to things that are already bad. So I'm not going to really discuss the Eagles. What I am going to talk about is the 76ers, and I'm going to take the time to shine a positive light on something that people don't want to, okay? What we now are in is a moment where Ben Simmons, okay, he's having some trouble with the franchise, and there's been some back and forth. But what I'm now seeing, I'm seeing the team within itself stand up and step up and be mature about the situation and play basketball because that's their job. And then playing basketball, they're gelling. They're gelling and they're winning basketball games, which is important. And that shows me that we're a playoff team regardless. I think Ben Simmons will eventually get the right advice, will do the right thing, and come back to basketball when he's mentally stable and mentally right. And in the meantime, the team has a job to do. And that team is doing that job. They're going to gel. They're going to mesh well. And when Ben does come back, he'll fit in the way that he should, and we'll get back to playing game at a high level. Ultimately, we're a real basketball team in the NBA, and we are contenders. And this season, you'll see that. That's what it's about. So Philadelphia, do not allow this outside negativity to come in and make a mess of what we have. Because we have true stars on our team. We have great leaders. And right now, there's a little bump in the road. Speed bumps come all the time. It's your job to drive over it and get your steering back together. And we will. And shouts out to you, Ben. I know whatever you're going through is tough for you. Everybody's not in your situation. So me being on the outside, I don't judge you. I still support you. And when you come back, you will be back and you will be great and be better. That's what a real fan does. You stand with them, you stand beside them. You don't kick them how some people do. Mr. Dirty Boots, you kick my city every chance you get. I won't allow it to happen here. Not while I'm here, Stephen A. Stand up, Philadelphia. Do what we do best in love, because we're the city of brotherly love. Congratulations again, Will Packer. You got an amphitheater out here. It's a big deal. All right, go ahead, Stephen A.
That might be the most ridiculous take I've ever heard you come out your mouth.
Why is that?
First of all, a couple of things. Number one, just not to bring negativity to you, but y'all just lost to my New York Knicks the other day. I just thought it was
We were talking about my win. We just came off a win. Okay, but we just came off a win. But we were talking about the win that we just had.
You lost to the Knicks.
You want to go two games back?
No, let me say, yes, I do.
You don't go 2 games
back. That's number
back.
one. Number two, I just want to ask a question. Just a simple question.
Ask.
Will Packer, help me out here.
Okay, come on.
We have a guy in Ben Simmons, and Kevin Hart did not answer this question. He didn't bring it up, but I'm not going to let him off the hook with
Don't.
this.
Okay.
Don't.
We have a guy in Ben Simmons. He did not say, I have an emotional issue and I don't want to play basketball. Mm-hmm. He said, I got an emotional issue about playing for and in Philadelphia.
That's true.
That's what he said.
He did.
As a Philadelphia native, how does it make you feel that a guy is claiming, guess what, I'm not well because I got to play for your city and your team?
I'll play for other cities.
I'll play for other cities, just not your city and your team. How does that make you feel?
I'll tell you exactly how it makes me feel. As a guy that came up in Philadelphia, I understand how tough my city can be. We're not
You handled it.
We're not the easiest group of people to deal with. Some people are better than others. I ran into my own problems with Philadelphia early in my career, not being good enough, not being funny, etc. Okay, I was capable of overcoming it. It doesn't mean that everybody else can deal with adversity the same. With that being said, how old is Ben Simmons?
25.
All right, at 25 years old, did anybody give him a handbook on how you're supposed to act when this type of success and stardom comes your way? Did anybody give you
You need a handbook to just go out there and play basketball?
It's
Since
not
he's
just,
an elite player?
It's obviously not just about the basketball. It's obviously stuff on and off the court.
And Philly.
You can't say what it is because
He said it.
I'm saying you can't say why he feels the way he feels. We can't say because we don't know. We're not in those sneakers. We're not in the locker room. We're not at the house after.
Right.
We're not on the calls.
You know,
so I
here's
say
what
that
I will
to say,
though, there are mental pressures that today's athletes are under
Absolutely.
that are very different than they were ever in our history, right? There's so much scrutiny. There's such a spotlight on them. Fans have access to them in ways that they never had before. And so he is under an extreme amount of pressure that's very different.
Can I respond to that? You and I both attended at HBCU. This brother's from the streets of Philadelphia.
He didn't attend the college,
I know, but he's from the streets of Philadelphia.
Community College of Philadelphia.
That's right.
2
Okay,
weeks.
that's fine. The one thing that we would say.
Excuse me, Hollywood Hotline. It's not about you this
Okay.
moment. It's about Will Packer because we've got the
why I love
point
me some
guard
Molly.
himself, Chris Paul, on the line. CP3, can you hear us?
The point guard, Mr. 2010, where
I
you at?
can.